Okay. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Vanakkam to everyone. Hope you guys are all fine, safe at home. This video is going to be in English, so I hope you guys can understand. You guys have a lot of questions to be asked regarding about the Singapore issues, about the home quarantine and so many other things. I'm going to update to you all what is really happening. Sorry I couldn't update a few things a couple of days because I wasn't feeling well. Not because of COVID, but I was having some normal fever and so on. Okay. Coming back to home quarantine. A lot of people have applied for home quarantine. So before I go to the home quarantine, please, there's two issues. One, I'm going to talk about the the home quarantine, especially for those people who are in Singapore. And the second one is going to be the current political scenario which is happening in Malaysia. Okay, so please do tag all those people who are working in Singapore. Okay, do tag them because this update is going to be very useful for them. I hope you all can hear me. I can't increase my voice because I'm not feeling that well. Okay, first of all is, a lot of people have actually applied for home quarantine. Okay, a lot of people have applied for home quarantine. But what happened? Why you are not getting reply? And some people are getting rejected. Okay, rejected in the sense of their, home quarantine. HSO has been replying with few reasons. Okay. And besides that, there's also a few other things. Okay. In this video, if you look at the caption on top, later you can go and check the caption. I've given the link form that you need to apply the house quarantine. Okay, you go and check back the video's link, Dylan Sri Balan's Facebook page. You go there and check the video link. The link, if you click the link, it goes to the form. Okay, you have to print out the form and you have to fill up the form. And I've also given the email that you need to send the form to, hso@moh.gov.my. Okay, in the form, you have to fill up everything over there. Okay, after filling up everything over there, if you look at the last section, no, reason Singapore is high risk country. No. They shouldn't give that reason. Okay. Okay. Before I forget, if you look at the form, the last section, we have it's like the house control form, the last section, where they ask about how many people are staying in the house, how many of them are above 60 years old, how many kids you have. It's called home assessment, sorry. Okay, there is where everyone fails. Okay, that is where everyone fails. This is the update which I got. Okay, the reasons, the quantity that you put at the last page, especially how many people are there in the house, how many children, how many elderly people. This is the part where everyone's home quarantine is being rejected. Okay, so I'm not going to teach you all what to do. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. In the home assessment, the last part, the last category in the form, please, you guys have to do something. Okay, I'm not going to say because this is a live video, so I can't say what you all should do. Okay, but that part, there is where a lot of you all, your application is being rejected. Your application is being rejected based on the last section of the form. So please, you have to understand they are asking you how many persons are there in the house. So you have to give them a place where you can do your quarantine without having too many people in the house. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, you have to give an address, a place where there's not much people in the house, there's no elderly people in the house, there's no children in the house, And basically, if you really want your home quarantine to be approved, of course, you have to give a room which has an attached bathroom in it. Okay, so this is the only way for you to get the home quarantine. If you ask me a question, have anyone received home quarantine so far? A lot of people have got their home quarantine. A lot of people. A lot of people's home quarantine has been approved. Yes, they are taking days to reply. Okay, there's no doubt. There is few people who have applied, and after 4, 5 days, 6 days, they have got an approval to go. Okay. The reason that HSO is giving, why is it taking too long, is because they did not expect this much of applications to come in. Okay, the reason they are saying, even their email server, they complain that it is been full. Okay, it is very hard for them to clear. So, you know our Malaysian system. Okay, you know our Malaysian system. You know how effective they work. So there's nothing much for me to complain on that. But the reasons that they are giving is they are receiving overloaded emails. Okay, so it's taking time for them to reply. Basically, when they open an email, when they look at the form, the first thing they go is to home assessment. They go there, they see if they are not satisfied, they reject, and they just give you a reject approval. Okay, I mean a rejection, not an approval. So please guys, think in the home assessment, properly think what you are supposed to write and what you are not supposed to write. Okay, keep that in mind, please. That is very, very important. So after receiving an approval, then you come. Okay, if you come earlier, you will have to go through the quarantine in Malaysia. And as an additional advice, when you come to Malaysia, if possible, do not pay the full quarantine money to them. Okay, if you have applied and if you're waiting for the quarantine, for your house quarantine results, do not pay the full money of 2,100. You can actually pay little bit by little bit. Shouldn't be any problem. Okay, shouldn't be any problem. You can pay them little bit by little bit. So you tell them, I will pay every 2 days once or 3 days once. Okay, you say, I'm getting money in such way, I can only pay 2 to 3 days once. Okay, so when you get your approval for a house quarantine, you can immediately go to your house. A lot of people from the quarantine center has gone to their house. Okay, yesterday from a hotel, if I'm not mistaken, Hotel New York or one hotel, 18 of them got house quarantine approval. Okay, so we have to be patient. Okay, we have to be patient because you know our government is such trained government. Okay, and you know how they work. So being as a Malaysian, you should actually be what you call, I do not know what to say lah. Okay, because nowadays whatever video I do, it is being very, very sensitive. Okay, but that is the truth anyway. So I hope that how about those people who not staying in JB? Okay, those people who are not staying in JB, you have to put where you get where you want to be your house quarantine. Where is it going to be? You have to put the address. You can travel. They will give you an order, an HSO order, HSO self-quarantine order. Okay, with that order, you have to use your own vehicle and travel to the designated place for you to be quarantined. For example, if you're going to get quarantined yourself in Malacca, that is the address that you have given. And if you have got the approval, you should not have anyone stopping you. You can go in the roadblocks, you can show them the order. It's called an house civilian order, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it's a quarantine rumah order lah. Okay, normally because that order comes under a section, and this order can be only released by the KKM at the point of when they allow you to go for a house quarantine. So this is the order that they will give. How about Penang? Okay, those people who are not staying close to JB, take a flight to Penang. The easiest way is take a flight to Penang. Okay, take a flight to Penang. People in KL, Selangor, please take a flight to this one. But the only thing, you have to be patient lah. Knowing how our Malaysian government works, you have to be very patient. Some or other you will get a reply. So the main concern here, which we got to know is, it's the last It's the last part of the form. Okay. Can I have the link again, please? The link is in this video. After this video has finished, you go back to the same video on my page. On the caption on top, I have given the link. So you can just click there. After this video has finished, you can go back to my page and check the link there. The link is over there. And where you need to email, okay? Besides that, I think my admin has pinned down the PERMA's contact numbers so y'all can contact and get the forms there also as well. If got kids under 12 years old still considering, that is the problem. KKM has never given their guidelines. Okay, if KKM give a guidelines that if you have children in the house, we will reject. If you have people who are 60 years old both in the house, we will reject. They did not give you any those kind of procedures. So it's going to be hard. We do not know how are they calculating. So if possible, try to get a place. Listen to what I'm saying, please. Try to get a place or create a place where you don't have small children in the house to be quarantined in the house. So that is the best thing that you all can do. Okay? I think I have people resign home quarantine, hotel quarantine. Ayo, kadavale, Aruna Martandan. You see, home quarantine is something that you apply. You resign, you come under PCA, you come under whatever also. To get a home quarantine, you have to apply. You have to apply through what I was saying. The PCA test is not PCA test, it's PCR test. Okay, the PCR test, it's very confusing. It's very, very confusing. Some people are still saying until today, when we apply, we have to do the PCR test. Some people are saying when we come out from Singapore, we have to give the PCR test. But whatever it is, I think till that you have to take the PCR test and you have to attach the PCR test together in the email that you are giving. Because in the email, you have to provide the form which I've given you. Fill up the form, number one. The second thing is, you have to also include your two vaccine. Okay, your two vaccination proof. And the third one is your PCR test. All these three you have to email to the email and wait until they reply. Okay, so that's about it. I think I've completed what I need to say. Okay, coming back to our Malaysian politics. I think I will just continue in this video. Actually, I wanted to do into a separate video. So it looks like 90% we know who is going to form the government, which is very, very disappointing. Okay, it is like, satu lori sampah, satu lori sampah di mana dia punya pekerja semua ada dekat-dekat 70 orang dalam lori sampah tu. We wanted the entire lorry to be changed, but this was have only changed the driver of the lorry. So sampah is again sampah lah. But let me remind to all those people who are working in Singapore, I think this home quarantine thing and everything is going to be stopped very soon. Okay, because I see the government which is going to take over. The few leaders, important leaders, they don't agree with the home quarantine. Okay, they don't agree with the home quarantine. I think sooner or later they are going to remove the home quarantine. So please apply as fast as possible. Okay, please apply as fast as possible. Maybe if the government comes, I think in a week or two they might go for a full lockdown. I'm assuming, ini adalah saya punya, this is what I'm assuming. They might go for a full lockdown. Okay, so be prepared for a full lockdown, which is good. Just prepare for a full lockdown. And for those people who wants to come for a house quarantine, please come ASAP. I think very soon or later they will close this border crossing home quarantine issue. Okay, and very sad to see lah. Okay, very sad to see that we got a very screwed up government which is going to form, which I'm not sure yet which government. but 90% we know which government is it. It is very sad. Looking at who is going to lead the country, that is another sad thing. And looking at those robbers, those people who have stole money, millions, billions of money, going to come into power, and sad lah. It's really very sad. Okay, it's really very sad. Let's see what is going to happen. Okay, you see, what was the reason for them to topple the previous government is because of COVID, mismanagement of COVID. Okay, it was simply because of mismanagement of COVID. The numbers of COVID has increased. People are dying because of COVID. The vaccination program in the beginning was very slow, and so many other issues. But today, those people who were in, MKN, who were in charge of the COVID, they are the one who is going to lead the country. So God save Malaysia lah, God save Malaysia. It's already screwed up ready, and yes, it's screwed up ready. But you see, we all have to think something, it has been long time I've never done a video like this, being very friendly with all my viewers. And let's open talk lah. 2 times 5, 5 times 2 exactly. Let's just open talk lah. I'll be reading all your comment for once lah. It's very sad to see whatever happens. We as Indians in Malaysia, we have got no power in any way. Okay, we have got no power in any way to give an impact or to be a part of whatever which is happening. We are just like, people just sitting and seeing what is going to happen. And, knowing that we have 13 Indian MPs. Sorry lah, I'm not being racist lah. It is just something which is running. The previous government fall apart because of 10-15 MPs came out. We have 13 Indian MPs. We have 13 Indian MPs, and yet we are not anywhere close to even giving a suggestion. Okay, we are not anywhere close even giving suggestion. We have one dumb Indian minister, which I'm not sure what is exactly they are doing. He's like what this one pathetic minister does. If a Chinese or a Malay condemns them, they will just shut their bloody mouth. But if an Indian asks anything, hey, yedra, adstanda, putstanda, they don't allow the other Indian fellow leaders to comment anything on them. But if there's a Malay guy condemning them with bad words, telling them some other things, they will just shut their mouth. Normally, they only show their arrogancies to their own races, which is very sad. But what is happening in this country today must be an alarming for the Indians as well. Okay, this Malaysia combines with a lot of multiracial races in this country. We talk so much of things, especially the Indians. We talk a lot of things in this country. But today, you see, the impact of whatever which is happening, we are not even 0.1% of our impact is there, which is very, very sad. And, we claim that, hey, this one, that one, this one, that one. We claim so much of things in this country. But sitting down today, seeing the entire scenario, looking at what is happening, and, we can't do anything. We can't do anything. And those Indians who are in power also, they can't do much. It's time for something to happen in Malaysia. We have, my team, we have been thinking a lot of things. something has to change in Malaysia. Something has to change in Malaysia. Something has to change in Malaysia, especially the Indians. The Indians in Malaysia. We have to be a part of whatever which is happening. Today it's like when we see we are like no one. We are like no one. We are like not bothered. Even the Chinese do have some respect here and there. In most of the places. It is very sad to see lah. It is very sad to see that what we have been in this country for what after the independence 60 over years plus, the Indians we are lacking of a lot of important things, which let's see what we can do together. There's a lot of things which is running on a lot of people's mind. You look at the social media, especially all the Indians. We are putting this one, that one. We are posting so many things, but at the end of the day, it is like there is no impact from the Indians to the government. We can't really give an impact. Why is this happening? The Chinese have given their impact. The Chinese have given their impact. But from the Indians, there's no impact. We have been dumped for about 60 years by these dumb people. Who actually controlled us. They were untouchable. They were untouchable. Today, it's very happy to see that a lot of fellow Indians in Malaysia has questioned this particular, political party or their leaders. Okay, it's very nice to see that today we can see on WhatsApp, on Facebook, there are people questioning them. Those days we couldn't even question them. We couldn't even question them. They will use, gangsterism. They will use whatever police force they will have. Basically, they will use gangsterism to go against us. But today, it's very happy to see that a lot of youngsters have stand up and voice against them. Okay, they have shut my mouth through some legal whatever that they have done. But anyway, I'm not going to pull this video too much of length. Let's see what we can do for the future of the Indians in Malaysia. There must be something There must be something that it is not late. I believe always it is not late for us to do something politically. Something has to be done. Something has to be done. Unity is one of the biggest thing which we are not lacking we are not lacking, but we are all united, but in different ways. So we have to be united like what the Chinese are. Okay, and hands off to the Chinese hands off to the Chinese, that whatever difference they have in so many ways, in business wise, it could be even their gangsterism wise. They are all, everyone is involved in that anyway. Business wise, social, whatever. But when it comes to one particular topic, politics, they are all united. They don't run from there. That has to happen in Malaysia to the Indians as well. This we have to do something. It's just that they don't allow They don't allow. If someone is coming forward with a good proposal, there will be another Indian leader, saying that this is how they break But I hope the younger generations, especially the Indian younger generations, they really come together. Okay, we should have a proper vision for the future. Okay, so let's see what we can work out Okay, there's no plans yet, but let's see what we can do. Okay, I hope you guys all are safe. Just before I finish the video, I would like just give few tips on this COVID issues. Delta variant has actually affected a lot of Indians. Before this, there were very less Indians, but this Delta variant particularly has affected a lot of Indians. We can see that very, very clearly. For what reason, I'm not sure. Is it because it came from India, because the main cause of Delta variant was from India? Is it because of India or what? We don't know, maybe because we have the same genetic or what, I'm not sure. But basically, Indians have been affected because of this Delta variant. A lot of them has lost their loved ones. Okay, I have a family which lost 3 family members in just 1 week. And we have been helping them and so many other things. So let's just be united. Let's just be united and let's see what we can do. I mean, something has to be done. Something has to be done. Basically, I think we should stop, stop complaining about what has happened. I think enough of complaining. I think the Malaysian, especially the Indians, they have enough awareness of who has screwed us up totally. Okay, so that awareness is very, very enough already. I think it's time for us to start to do something. Okay, let's put our heads together. I will get if there's anyone who wants to give any suggestion, you can put it in my comments as well. Let's see what we can do. Okay, thanks guys. Vanakkam. Have a nice day.